anybody really. I mean, we were hopeful, but we were also scared that it was gonna go away. That there was such a backlash with Senator McCain and you know, getting us dropped from cable and all the things that were going on back then. It felt like it was a constant education process. We were running towards being regulated, and that almost every fight there was a new set of rules, a new rule or two added that we had to figure out how to implement into our fighting style. But I think we're all happy that it did explode. Chuck and I got to be coaches on the first season of The Ultimate Fighter, and I think that was really the thing that changed the landscape for all of us. When you get into a few million living rooms on a weekly basis, and people get to see what's behind guys that walk up in a cage and punch each other, and there's so much more to it. There's a lot more depth and character and passion. I think a lot of us did it for a lot less. I know I wrestled for years and years and years for nothing, because it's what we love to do. We're competitive sports athletes. That's what we do. But it's been, I almost swung too far the other way, because there is a show every weekend now. It's lost some of that. You know, when we were going, it was kind of special. There was 6, 8, maybe 10 shows a year, one a month if you were lucky, and there was something very special about that. And now there's, you know,
fight every week.
Yeah, a couple.
I think there's a couple of like 3. I think there's been 3 in a day before.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different, and I don't know. I still love it, but I think it's different now than it was then.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought it would get here someday. I didn't realize it would get here this fast. You know, I think I think it's the greatest sport in the world. I thought eventually when we get it out to enough people, it'll grow. But I thought it was going to take a lot longer. And you know, the reality show. There was our Trojan Horses live fight on TV, and then you got live fight on TV, and then we have the Griffin Honor fight. You know, where, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better fight for your first live fight on TV. I mean, if that had been a sleeper, that might have been good. And then, you know, but it was a great fight, you know, and highlighted all the different things. You know, they were wrestling, jiu-jitsu, they were standing up. I mean, it was a great fight to have for that open fight. It just exploded from there.
Do you guys feel that the sport has reached its pinnacle, or where do we go from here? Where's the ceiling?
I don't think it's reached its pinnacle at all. Certainly, you know, some go, is the market saturated? Is there too much going on? I don't think there's too much going on. I think if we create that transparency we talked about in a fair competitive market where these promoters can all bid for those top fights, instead of kind of what's going on now with one promotion really kind of getting the opportunity through exclusive contracts to make a lot of the big fights happen, I think we're going to see the sport take another leap up, another big leap up. And it'll be more like what we know as prize fighting through boxing. We'll see the Fedor Couture fight or things like that happen with that open market.
Chuck?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a fight fan first. I want to see the best guys fight the best guys. So whatever we have to do to get that to happen, you know, that's what I want to see. So I always hated that, you know, Pride, UFC, you know, it's just you have 2 champions and everyone's trying to figure out who's the real champion. You know, why don't we just find out? You know,
There's only one way to do that.
We still got that problem with boxing today.
Yeah.
It's across the board in combat sports.
It can be an issue. You know, you look at Mayweather and Pacquiao, that should have happened 5 years before that, and negotiations were tough to deal with, but still, it happened.
And now we have Gennady Golovkin and Canelo. That's the fight that everyone wants to see, and it keeps on. Hopefully one day we'll resolve that. The best will always fight the best.
Yep.
All right, last